Tambay! Welcome back to Tambay TV. I'm your host, Pyle Fajardo. With me are the boys.
What up? What up?
What's going on, man?
Ali and Willie.
Glad to be back.
And AP. What's up, man? Welcome back. It's been a while. Well, we've been doing a lot of our streams on Kumu, on Ali's Kumu, which is fun. I'm gonna find a way to record that one of these days, bro. That's fun. Dude, that last alien one. That shit was crazy. How does that work, Ali? It got like, I saw that in the end it gives you like a report, right? It showed like 12,000 hearts. I'm like, 12,000 hearts?
That's 12,000 likes, bro.
I know,
12,000
exactly.
likes.
That's
yeah.
like,
and then,
I felt like an Instagram
model
model there for a while. Like a sexy chick on Instagram.
But you know, here's the crazy thing about that. You know, just 12. We got like over 12,000. And that's a lot. That's great. That's
That is a lot.
But someone like, you know, but then you got these like Gen Zs, man. They'll do like some game show or something like that. They'll get 12,000 likes in like the first 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
What do they do?
God, they do so many different things on that show, and then now they're starting to have influencers like Gen Z influencers come on there. You know, and
I think they've always had
I checked out,
Gen Z.
dude. I checked some of these Gen Zs that the app is geared towards Gen Zs and millennials. So like I don't know what the hell I'm doing on there, but
you gotta show your titties, man.
You know, people
do those hot tub streams. Have you seen those hot tub streams?
Dude, man.
When you work out, when you do your workout videos, take your shirt off.
Hey, listen, man. The thing is, there's guidelines.
You think I'm joking? I'm serious.
He's serious. He's serious. He's half serious.
No. You are.
Mic up, Willie. Mic up. Your volume.
You're right. No. Willie, you're right. You're right. However, Kumu doesn't allow that stuff. They don't even allow you to curse on there. You know. You know what happened? Dude, you know what happened? You know what happened with
what happened?
Man, they were trying to kick him off while he was talking to me. Kumu, remember that? I told you about that.
Yeah. They were kicking me out.
Yeah. And they were trying to kick him off. They were trying to tell me to kick him off. I didn't do it. I was like, no, man, this is
I wasn't even
show,
cursing. Plus, I wasn't even cursing. Yeah. You were cursing more.
Actually, I was cursing more. I thought it was about, you know how Pyle doesn't like the whole, he's not into the whole, woke. Thing, right? So I thought it had to do with that because we're talking about the Philam female Captain America.
Yep.
Okay.
Right? It was a new character, or not? Yeah, sort of a new character. Okay, but anyway, man, just they're very conservative that way. That's cool. But anyways, back to you, Pyle. My bad.
No. I want to tell them because we talked about aliens, that alien thing. So how does it work though, Ali? I saw that it has like views, but then the likes are like fucking up there. How does that work?
Yeah.
We only have like 110 views. What I noticed when you post your videos like on your page, I know it doesn't do that anymore. That's when it gets more views, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah, and what was explained to me by my manager was that I think, and they're still trying to figure that out, and they just don't want the whole app to crash, you know. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. So what we do now is we just press send, and it's emailed to the Kumu headquarters or whatever, and it's kind of unfortunate because I want people to see those types of interactions. Exactly. I want people to go back to check out my account and be like, oh, okay. And see videos from the past, but I don't know. It's out of my control.
See, because in my head, if that shit, because Willie was on fire, bro. He was on fire. We were all on fire. We were like, telling it straight up. All these
fans
theories.
were laughing, man. Viewers were laughing. They were getting involved. Yeah, no question, no doubt. Yeah,
what were they laughing at?
They were laughing at me getting pissed off at you because you.
That's always like a thing.
You like not even rants, man. I was the one ranting. You would go off on these like now
soliloquies.
Now when
it wasn't as long as yours though.
When you sit down, what does that mean? That means that you position yourself in a seating position You know, and sometimes when you sit down, it may be uncomfortable, but that's okay because not all seats are the same. You know, so, yeah, stuff like that.
Anyway, that's why we've been absent for a while, but we have been talking about a lot of things.
You're making me cry.
But that's what you sound like sometimes. You're like we're talking about UFOs, and then all of a sudden we're talking about like chow chows. Oh, I'm like, where's the chow chow? How do we get over the chow chows?
Hey,
Now
hey,
there are
check this out,
different
man.
chow chows out there. There's not just one type of chow chow. There's cream. There's brown. There's even cinnamon chow chows. I've even seen black chow chows and blue chow chows.
Hey,
know.
but
Anyway.
but water can flow.
See, but his rants are like 5 minutes apiece, Ali. That's a difference. Because when you're like in your zone, yours is like 10 and 15 minutes. Willie's just like a paced 5 minute. You know.
I know. I'm just
that.
giving Willie a hard time.
I get to my point.
Yeah.
But Willie, man.
To my point. Hey! I may take a side street, but it's just one side street.
But he gets back
when
to
Ali when Ali hits that side street, man, he'll see an ice cream shop. He'll I want some ice cream.
Spend more time there
and get some ice cream, and then he'll go in there and be like, "Do I want Rocky Road?
Let's talk about roads."
Oh, can I get a sample of Rocky Road? You know what I'm saying? Hey, where is that? Where is that from? What movie is that from?
Look, man, don't compare me to that freak. All right,
Come on now.
I don't look like him. I forgot his name. What, Chunk, right?
Chunk, the Goonies.
Yeah, from Goonies. Yeah. That's not me. I don't look like that dude. I'm much prettier.
Anyway.
Now, before we stray further into side streets, we are going to talk about. We're going to be reviewing Batman: The Long Halloween. But before we get into the meaty stuff, we would just want to give a shout out to the former press, bro. He passed away. Let's get the sadness up front. You know me, I like my dessert first, as Rock says in The Fast and the Furious. So this one's kind of like the sad stuff first, because I felt a little bit because he was a decent president, man.
He was.
Shout out to Noi Noi.
He was. Yeah.
Sheena, if you're watching this, shout out to your family. I mean, our condolences. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out for the dead. No, what I mean is a condolence. That's what I really meant.
Yeah, condolences. Much condolences to.
Before you get into your story, I just want to say that he would always hang out. I don't know if I should be saying this, but remember how I'm always at Republic? That guy goes to Republic, bro.
Did he really?
As a president, even as a as a president, he'd hang out in the private rooms. I don't know what. Well, I know. I've been there, bro.
I would have never known, man.
Have you been? But you've been to the private rooms of Republic, right? The ones to the side.
I have.
I'm sure you have.
If
those sofas can talk, the stories they tell, huh?
I've never been to Republic, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit. That's where you get touchy and feely, right?
I stopped going to that place when it changed from embassy to
not dude. That's the wrong place, man. You talking about Encore? I'm talking about
Republic. The one in
Opus Republic over there in Resorts World, Manila.
Resorts World. Yeah.
Oh, see, no, I've really never been there.
Oh, okay. That's where I grew up. That was my job because my job was with Marlboro, and they were as remember. So that was one of my baby accounts. Not baby; those are like the mother accounts. I'm always there.
Didn't Embassy ever turn into Republic?
Encore.
No.
It turned into Encore. You're talking about the fort. We're talking Resorts World, Manila.
Resorts World. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't grow up there, but I was already grown, and I was in there. I was
also grown. I'm just saying, I was like 30.
I mean,
20s.
I was getting it in, man. I was over there getting it in hardcore.
Same here.
I loved it. I have great memories over there.
Same here. more than Embassy, I would say.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And
I don't know why, but Embassy's got some high ones too, but not as high as Republic.
It does have some high ones. To the point that what I would do, what I'll do, Willie, is even now, like I'll type in Republic, hashtag Republic,
Really?
source code vanilla, and stuff will pop up. From that time, which is like
You would
2010,
catch me. I'm
2011. It's
sure
like
I'd be there, be like
oh my
shit faced in the
goodness, man.
background.
You know who I see a lot of? I see one of Royce's main girls. I see her there
A lot.
partying. Yeah, and I'm like,
Who's she?
no one popular.
No.
But
Someone maybe I know she's there a lot too. I mean, I know everyone there. From Vanessa, our door bitch.
No, her name is Ice Martinez.
Ice
We used to, my Ice. We all used to work at TV5 together. Ice was the weather girl.
Oh, okay.
And so, she was the weather girl. Hey,
Such a cool name.
Willie, because you went to LaSalle. She used to date Marco, man. She used to date Marco for the longest time.
Marco came in after I was.
Yeah, I know, but you know Marco though. I know that.
I know
but
Marco.
you know Marco. Yeah, you know Marco. You know Marco. But yeah, anyway. But yeah.
Nice story.
Okay.
Before we go to another side.
Okay. Willie, you want to talk about Pinoy first? Go ahead.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any personal stories about Pinoy. I've never met the man. The closest I've ever been to Pinoy is knowing James.
I see. Well, for me, I have a pretty cool story, and that was because Royce's was the TV5.
Oh no, he's lagging. TV5 what?
No.
Willie, can you move back a bit because we're watching your nose and your eyes like this right now.
Oh, for real, my bad. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm at the very edge of the table already.
Just being a director, bro. Like you're speaking and you're go, Ali. Cool story. You got stuck for a while.
Yeah. No, my bad. Royce's Nugget. Royce's my girlfriend. She was the TV5 correspondent to Malacanang during his time for 6 years.
Change lights. I'm listening.
And so anyway, what was it, babe? What was it? 2018. 2017, we were 2017, we were invited to his birthday party, and he had his birthday party in this steakhouse somewhere in QC, and so it is the first president I've ever met in my life, and anyway, after it was cool. We had a great day. All the people from the different stations. ABS-CBN, GMA7, they were all there, along with Royce's. They were invited, sort of like a thank you to the press people that, were there in Malacanang, And so anyways, so afterwards, we all decided to go have dessert with the president, and we go to another place. I forgot where we went. And we're all just hanging out at a table with the former president.
Oh, he was a former president at this time.
He's a former president at the time. And then, we're all inside. He's outside leaning up against one of the SUVs. Security is surrounding him and everything. And he's just smoking a cigarette, just chilling,
Yeah.
Just chilling, looking out into the sky. And all I kept thinking about is, dude, what do you know? Like, what do you know? Like, are there? I want to ask them. Are there aliens out there? Do you know about? Like, I know you hang out with Obama. Come on, I mean, I gotta know. Are there aliens? What other secrets do you know? Like, imagine what this guy knows. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you ask him?
Being a leader of a country. I wanted to.
Why didn't you? If you were in a table of how many people? How many people?
Well, no, he was outside with his security, and we were left inside just chilling. And I wanted to go out there and ask him.
But, that would have been cool. I would have done that.
It would have been cool. He probably would have started laughing.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, he's a really cool guy, and like the one thing that Royce has told me was that you talk about me going off road, Willie. You talk about me going into the ice cream.
We're still on the right.
Talking about
still on the right track.
Dude, man. Hey, dude, no. What I'm saying is, he's on another level. according to Royce's. Like he will talk and talk and talk, and then finally he'll get to his point. I mean, it's a great story, right? But yeah. But anyways, that's my Pinoy story. Rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
senor.
peace.
Yeah, yeah.
Condolences to the family.
One last one. I remember whenever he'd get into the club, all of us Marlboro peeps. Oh, I will tell all my Marlboro. We know he smokes Marlboro White, the gold. So every time he's there, make sure that it's fucking available. That was the order for us. So and he was really cool. I've never met him.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him, but I never really shook his hand or anything like that. I just see him like walking, like one of the peeps. He's got bodyguards, of course, but again, he goes straight to the. We know he's there. I know he's there because I get whispers that, oh, who just that? Because again, I'm part of the scene. That was my job.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can you like what do you? Yeah. Go ahead.
No. Hit him, Ali. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just thinking, man. I mean, Willie, think about. Wait, I hear feedback. So.
Do you hear feedback?
I can hear I can hear my voice. Yeah. Okay, I can't hear it anymore. Okay, good. No. Willie, just think about if Obama would do something like that. Obama and Michelle, like they want to go to like any president that we've ever known. They just want to go to a club and chill. Maybe the clubs that we would go to back in the day in Southern California, and we would have never known anything about it, right? Like I was going to Republic for like, I don't know, man, like 2 straight solid years. I would have never known. I had no idea that he would be there.
Really?
But yeah.
Yeah, I would know.
Had no idea. No.
I would get heads up, bro. I know what's gonna happen
before it happens.
Before it happens, for sure, because I'm the one making it happen.
Yeah.
Well, unless like there are sudden like hearsays, like because when you know people in the scene, they would give you like whispers and shit. Like for example, James Harden was here 2 years ago. Did you even know about that? No one knew about that.
Wow.
He was about to go to Valkyrie. Shout out to JM if you're listening to this. I think you know JM. Everyone knows JM. JM was like texting my home. I was hanging out with my homie Bobby, and we were just no plans of going out, nothing. And then JM texted that James Harden's going to Valkyrie. Everyone who wants to meet him, come up there. That was like on the spot, bro. Just game. Let's meet James Harden. Anyway, enough of that. Let's start talking about the Batman.
Let's get right into it.
Let's geek it up. The Batman. Okay. Just a little opener and explanation of what it is. The Long Halloween is based off. It's going to be coming in 2 parts. It's based off a run from Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale. Jeph Loeb and Tim Sale. This is a story that happens right after Frank Miller's Dark Knight Year 1. So that's why we see a new Batman. I mean, kind of newish sophomore Trae Young Batman. You know what I mean? This is a Trae Young Batman. This ain't like 93 Jordan yet. This is like just a Trae Young Batman. So that's what he is.
That's one of the main things that I gathered also.
Right? That they make you feel that. And it's what the run was 13 issues long. So 13 months. So every month that you get the book, or I read the paperback already. But every month, whatever the occasion is for that month, that's what's happening in the book. That was what's exciting with it. Like for example, Mother's Day was May, Father's Day is June, and then New Year and Halloween, and it started on Halloween. That's why it was the long Halloween. Started on Halloween and it ended around Halloween. Anyway, that's the gist of it all. Your thoughts? Who wants to go first? You guys go first.
I'll go first. Okay, first thoughts was exactly what you said. This is we're dealing with a raw Batman. So I think we saw another we talked about another Batman movie wherein he was just starting out as well. But this was a different feel because I mean the timeline is different because he's already in a relationship with Selena Kyle.
That's another
this
thing.
One actually just ending the relationship with Selena Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't know who Selena Kyle is, that's Catwoman.
Can you imagine what the sex must have been like? Go ahead, sorry.
I was thinking the same thing, bro. It's like, that's just gotta be
how flexible she is. Okay, so that's the first thing. The first thing that came to mind was
I'm just thinking violence.
I'm not a huge. I'm not a huge fan of this version of Batman because he's
Really?
not. He's not as detective-y as.
Yet.
Not yet, but you know what? Me personally, I mean, you may like the character buildup of Batman. You know, seeing him from being a novice to the master sleuth.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't want to see that. I want my version of Batman who always knows everything before anybody else. The Batman that we saw in the same movie where he was able to know that what's the one with Apocalypse or on Apocalypse with the dude with the death rays.
Yeah, Dark Side.
With the dude.
What was
the
that?
movie with Darkseid. What's the name of that movie?
War? Was it War? Justice League War?
Well, he was the only one that knew that we need to save this guy. What's the dude that does the black magic?
Constantine?
Constantine. He's the one that knew that Constantine needs to survive in order for us
to get back
to win this war. Mm-hmm. That's the Batman that I know and love, and that I always want to see. That's just a personal preference. Another thing that I liked was the witty Alfred.
He's the one disappearing on Bruce. Ali, wake up!
Right.
Ali's falling asleep.
I'm good, man. I'm listening. Good.
Because you got Batman Alfred. Just like Batman's hating on Halloween. Who hates Halloween? Batman of all people hates Halloween. And Alfred puts him on blast. He said, "Why? People dressing up to strike fear in people." And that's basically a reference to Batman.
Exactly.
He dresses up to strike fear. Another thing that just was crazy. The Batmobile without bulletproof windows. Dude,
New Batman. You're Batman.
You're Batman.
No, I mean new Batman. It's a new Batman. That's
see, so that's another thing.
I get it though. That you want the polished version.
Me too.
Another thing. Batman getting his ass handed to him by the triads.
I like that too. I kind of like that too.
That's not the Batman that I know. Again. And then.
But aren't you happy to see that you're happy to see this kind of Batman, that he gets his ass kicked? No.
It's just that no. I like the Solomon Grundy cameo. I like that part.
Yeah.
Solomon Grundy, La La Lundy.
Born on a Monday, died on a Tuesday, something on Wednesday.
The last thing that stood out to me was the Joker. Dude, what's up with the Joker doing all the backflips and this and that, man? The Joker that I'm used to does not have that type of dexterity. All right, so those are the things that stood out to me, and nobody's supposed to get away from Batman the way that Holiday does on the ship. There, I know they need to make it to a part 2, but come on now.
No, because
Batman is just stare up at Holiday on the second deck and not shoot his bat. Whatever it's called.
His grappler gun.
Grappling gun, and it's just. This is just the Batman that I've never seen. I know it's refreshing,
babe.
But it's just not something that I'm gonna enjoy seeing. It was frustrating for me. There you go.
I getcha. I feel ya. Because this is supposedly documenting. Well, spoiler alert! It's Batman's first failure. This is his Empire Strikes Back. If this were to be Star Wars, this is his Empire Strikes Back. This is where he loses. It would make more sense if once you see the whole thing. You'll be like, oh, so that's how he learns that. Oh, that's how he learns not to do this. It tells you subtly in the start that it's like that when he says, Alfred, bulletproof windows. It's telling you that he's learning as he goes. Ali, your thoughts, man.
I couldn't help
blurry
but
as
think
shit, by the
about.
way.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
You're blurry. I
What?
don't know why.
Oh, blurry? Really?
Willie
No,
is
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't help but think about the new Batman that's supposed to be coming out.
There you go. I was gonna
You
bring it
know,
there too.
because it reminded me of that. You know, like what you said, Willie, the non bulletproof windows. Even him getting distracted. Got a little got a little distracted because Catwoman was there. You know, on the boat, and he lost sort of his focus. And he was, you know, he was kind of shaky at times, even dealing with the Joker on the plane. You know, so I guess it all makes sense. And then him even saying that he's not trying to be I mean, not this is not verbatim, but he's not trying to be a detective here. You know,
Exactly. That's what he said. I didn't know
but
that this
yeah,
job, that crime fighting, will
yeah,
entail.
yeah. So yeah, the questions will start circulating in my head. What kind of Batman is this? Is this the Batman that's in the beginning phases right now, trying to
Obvious.
learn how to
Was it?
become
Yeah, yeah.
what you Willie, you know, what you would admire so much. Even when he was, I like the fact that he looked vulnerable
More like
against the
this Batman.
triads.
This is Willie's Batman.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like what he, you know, I like the fact that he looked a little bit vulnerable there. You
Me
know,
too.
yeah. But what's always good about Batman, he always figures out a way, and we saw that. We saw that. We saw him. You know, like I was like, oh shit. You know, you got this dude. One of the dudes was fast as fuck. You know, punching the shit out of Batman. I'm like, oh.
He got saved
But then,
by Catwoman. He didn't find a way.
but I mean, okay, but he still was able to hold his own, and he was still able to figure out the best way to try to beat these guys, you know. So anyway,
Wait, just to know
no,
what
I mean,
Willie said about
yeah,
Catwoman saving
sure,
him. What I actually like about that scene, Willie, is that she doesn't. If you notice, she just whips the guy and ties him up. She doesn't do no crazy punch him his lights out. You know what I mean? Again, the verisimilitude for me was there because she didn't do no flip kick on them. She just tied him.
The way that Catwoman is portrayed in the movie is very, very consistent with the Catwoman that we always see. Now, the way that Batman was portrayed in this movie was just so. Again, and again, you know this about me. This is a frustration of mine. All the different backstories that we get, because we get so many versions of Batman that all through the years. You have the, you know, from the what year was the Batman series airing on TV? 20s, 30s, 40s?
No, neo noir.
60s.
Yeah, neo noir. It's a neo noir setting, so it's not. It's really it's futuristic, but it's got the aesthetics of the 50s.
So,
Anyway,
so
yeah.
you know,
50s or 60s? Oh,
50s
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
60s.
Okay, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the 50s, the
right?
50s, yeah.
We have
yeah.
that. And
That's right.
Then we have the Batman that I love, the one that you introduced me to when he fights against Dracula. And then I mean, you just have all these different versions of Batman, his backstory. And I mean, but then when it comes to Superman, it's pretty consistent with his backstory. You know, he grows up in Smallville. The only thing that's really consistent with Batman is how his parents died. But even that, they still find a way to spin it in different ways.
They gotta come up with new stories.
Who the killer is, and yeah, I understand that. It's just a frustration of mine because I can't keep up with all of them. I can't keep up with all the different stories.
How about you, Ali? What did you enjoy about it?
Well, I enjoyed the animation.
Right,
Sort of like the anime. Yeah, it's like the animation kind of brought me back to when I was a kid. You know, like I kind of missed that type of animation. You know, and you know, creative. I'd like to compare it to how you can appreciate really good cinematography.
Exactly.
Without all the CGI stuff, right? So it brought me back to that. But I was also like, this is really creative, the creativity behind all of that. It's like, I think I like this. And the Batmobile, I liked it. There was nothing fancy about it. I mean, it looked like it was a cool car, fancy car, but I mean, it wasn't, it didn't have all these gadgets and all that stuff in there. It just seemed like it was a car, right?
Basic.
Yeah. It's not even bulletproof yet.
Yeah. But that's that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
I like.
Oh yeah.
Well, the art was awesome. Also, I don't know if you guys know that who Harvey Dent. You guys know who Harvey Dent is, where we're going with this, right?
Yeah.
I also like to point out how this movie. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this movie is one of the basis of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Did you notice that? How there's like a year-long problem, and at the same time we get, spoiler alert, you guys kind of know that Harvey's gonna become Two-Face somewhere down.
I was speculating. I was speculating that would happen in part 2.
Exactly. Well, it's right. It's there, right? And this is where Nolan picked it from. This is the book that based it from, and I like the bait and switch. Where remember how in the movie in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, he got burned, right? He got burned. Remember? In The Dark Knight. So in this one, remember the scene where the house blows up, and then you're thinking, "Whoa, is this where he becomes Two-Face?" And it's like, no, he's still normal.
Yeah. I was thinking awesome, the same thing,
right?
Yeah.
And kudos to my boy Josh Duhamel as Two-Face. Did you guys know this? Josh Duhamel is playing. You guys know who Josh Duhamel is, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, the dude from G.I. Joe.
Was he in G.I. Joe? Transformers. He was in Transformers.
Oh yeah, Transformers. That's the ex-husband of the singer. What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For
my lovely lady lumps.
Yeah. Are they ex already?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What is that? What?
Blades of Glory or Fury? Blades of Glory with the ice skating movie.
I don't remember that part. I remember. What's his name? Will Ferrell.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What does it mean? He's like, no, he goes, no, it doesn't. It gets the crowd going.
Gets the crowd going.
Now I remember they're talking about the Fergie song.
Oh my god.
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what it means.
Nobody knows.
It does. It does. It gets the crowd going.
So he did a good job as Harvey. I like that. And I don't know if you guys are also familiar with Jensen Ackles. Supernatural.
No, I don't know who that is.
Let me. Okay, Jensen Ackles. Yeah,
the guy from Supernatural.
He was a shorter brother, right?
Yes, that's the one. The shorter brother.
Yeah.
He did a good job as
I love
Batman.
That was a great show, man. Yeah.
That was. I think I fell out after like season 3 when it's when it gets.
I kept going, man. I kept going until like season 11 or something like that.
Wow.
I mean, we were up. It was up there, and I was like, okay, I can't deal with this anymore.
Are they ending? Are they ending it yet? Are they ending that shit yet?
I don't. I think dude, man, that show's been going on for like 20. They're like the Kardashians.
I know. I think they're like season 15, but they already announced.
No.
Really? More?
Okay, no, it's gay. First of all, there's no way that you can tell me that show is still on the air. No way.
Okay, I'll check when it ends.
Thankfully, we're done with the Kardashians.
Oh man, I don't think. But too late. The damage has been done. See, I'm right. 15 seasons, man.
15 seasons? Really? They're still going?
No, final episode aired November 19th. So that's still, dude. That's
November last year. November 19th. Oh my god, that's a long time. That thing started 2007, 2006, 2007, right?
It started like during. I remember because Jensen Ackles was in Smallville. That's how I know him. So after he got killed off Smallville, they started this show. So, dude, that was Smallville ago. Imagine how long that was.
Gosh, man. Wow. That's impressive, though.
Yeah, I like this Batman, though. My only complaint is that there's no delineation between his Batman and his Bruce Wayne. I want that nuance.
Oh, another thing, man. Selena just gives away his alter ego.
I didn't like that.
I was like, what was that all about?
I didn't like that.
What was
either.
that all about?
That was dumb. That didn't happen in the comics. Bruce! But I love how she was drawn sexily this time. You know how cartoons nowadays are like, body positive, no tits, straight body.
Isn't
this one,
she's always drawn sexy.
No. There are some, like, I can't think of one now, but she's been desexualized. But I'm happy that this one's like, thank you. That is a good costume. I wish they stuck to the original design, though. I want to show you Tim Sale's art. Tim Sale, Batman, Long Halloween. This guy's art wasn't really the best. Oh no, Ali disappeared.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, your camera's off though.
Oh no, I can't share screen.
Yeah, this ain't Zoom.
It's not Zoom. My bad. Anyway, I can show the crowd though. Did you guys watch the post credits though? There's a post credit scene.
No, I didn't see the post.
Oh no,
there is one. There is one for the second
Hold
one.
on.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there is. Well, it kind of opens up the next chapter. Gives you a preview of the villain. Just so you know, in the comics we get Scarecrow. Again, who Christopher Nolan used, right? No, but he used him in the first one, not the second one. Anyway, so we get the Scarecrow. Fuck it, I'll spoil it. Well, not spoil it. You'll get Poison Ivy, which is always like, she's my second favorite. Well, she's the only female Batman character, right? Aside from Lady Shiva.
How did they draw her?
I want to share the screen, but I can't.
I'm watching it now on YouTube.
Yeah. It's a short one, but you'll see. It will make sense.
Ali can relate to that. A short one.
Man, I wish I could share. I can't share a screen. Not share. Oh wait, I can.
Can you really? Here?
Yep. There you go. Oh,
okay.
Can you see it though? Tim Sale. Can you see it clear? But now the crowd.
Trying to.
Yeah, I can see it.
Tim Sale, Long Halloween. Oh man, where is it? I have so many windows. Can you still see it? Wait.
Oh, it's the scene at the cemetery.
Yeah. Where's that music coming from?
From the video?
Oh, yeah, that. Here we go. That's how he draws her.
Oh, snap.
His art
Poison
isn't...
Ivy. Gets him.
Did you see it?
Poison Ivy's not even drawn sexy in this.
Not drawn sexy? I hope they do, because they came in with a Catwoman.
She's wearing a trench coat, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, don't worry. She'll take
okay,
that.
I got audio now.
Okay.
Cemetery thing.
This is how. This is one of my. Something that I wish they also did. This is how she. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
This is how Catwoman looks in Tim Sale's art. I wish they at least did this. But I don't mind it so much. I like the way she's drawn also, but this would have been nice. You see this, right? Tim Sale isn't the best artist, but his storytelling and his use of shadows is like amazing. He is chiaroscuro. Anyway, that's how that looks like. Ali, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay. Anyway, so there, Matt. What else? Gordon was okay. Selena was nice.
So basically, Carmine takes control of Batman.
Yeah. Well,
that's the post credits.
Really? How did you get that?
Well, she shook his hand and wrapped her vines around his arm.
Ah, yeah.
And then her eyes flashed green.
Yep.
And she can control people, right?
Yep.
She can control people that way, and if she kisses you, you die.
Yep. Well, not always, but she can also possess you with her kiss. But in this one, well, yeah, that's Bruce, by the way, not Carmine. That's Bruce. She infects Bruce.
No. Carmine was the one telling him that.
My friend.
Carmine introduced.
Yeah. Poison Ivy.
To him.
No, I was under the impression that Poison Ivy is already controlling Carmine. Isn't it like that? That's what I got out of it.
Well, you never see her around him throughout the movie.
That's true.
So, but then again, I know her possession powers wear off after time.
Yep.
That's what I know about Poison Ivy.
Yep. Yeah. What else we gotta mine from that? I think that's it. Anything else? Any other my other complaint is not complaint, but one thing that threw me off was that given that it was a monthly thing and it's the long Halloween, I wish, because they did something in the comic where it's like a calendar. Remember, it's like a calendar. So now it's like this month. Now it's this month. Here it just says on the bottom. There's like words. I wish they did like a like a visual cue where we know that it's like we're flipping through. It feels like a long Halloween, that we're flipping through the months. Here they kind of just imply, hey, Merry Christmas, or oh, Happy New Year. You know what I mean? I would have rather, because in the comic it was clear. Like the killer does it monthly. That was the.
Yeah, you get it. You get an episode every holiday.
Exactly. I wish they did it something like that. If you had like an hour, and you're doing like 6 months, 10 minutes each. You know what I mean? 10 minutes. Maybe that's asking too much, but something like that. Something uniform like that would have been cool, so you would have felt why it's called the Long Halloween. Because I remember with the book, that's how it feels like. It feels like you're going through the whole year with different... And just like, remember Hush? Batman Hush?
Yeah.
Jeph Loeb.
I like Hush.
Exactly. That's also by Jeph Loeb. But he's working with Jim Lee, and it's an older Batman. As to your tastes, Willie. So remember how Hush...
Way better than the Long Halloween.
I think so too.
Right. This one
Hold on one sec, guys. Hold on.
Go. It got a bit slow, right, Willie? For me, that's my problem. It got a bit slow.
Eric, it's like
I enjoy finding out what's going to happen. He
said that the airline tickets are more expensive.
Ali, so mute your mic.
You have to quit getting the products on hold.
Can I mute Ali?
My bad, guys. My bad. Hold on. Shoot.
Yeah,
hold on. I'm having a
hit the microphone.
Hit the microphone. There you go. Sorry, Willie. Oh, there you go. He's back.
All right. So, I enjoy the suspense. I enjoy, waiting to see what's going to happen next. The whole Joker's reveal scene was really good. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't like the way they portrayed Joker in this one, because Joker has never been an acrobat. Joker has always been, I got the flower here. If you get too close to me, I'm gonna gas you, and
I got a crowbar.
Yeah, I got a crowbar. I got the gun, but it's gonna say bang, and Joker has never been, I'm gonna do a backflip.
There was a series called The Batman. He was portrayed as, so technically, in the comics, I don't remember any story where he's athletic like that. But I get what you mean.
Is it fair to say that 99% of the time, Joker is not a fighter?
Yeah.
Joker is, I'm gonna take all the punishment that Batman can give to me, because I know that in the end, Batman is not gonna kill me.
Exactly. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can take it. I'm gonna keep on taking it. And then
wait. On that note, sorry. Remember we're in that alleyway where the bad guy's like, I thought you didn't hurt people, and then he plucks the the batarang and then puts it in again. I'm like,
or I mean, in his thigh,
exactly.
Thigh, right?
Wrong. You're wrong. Bam. I'm like, whoa, that's
see, that's the thing though. The Batman that I know and love hurts people.
He does,
but he doesn't kill them.
Yeah.
He hurts them, but doesn't kill them. And see, there's a difference. Now, again, this is not the Batman that's portrayed in the Long Halloween. I don't know if it's the same in the comics, but I just can't I can't get with it. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not going to watch part 2, because I wanna know what's going to happen next. So I'm going to watch part 2. I may not just enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed the other Batman movies, so like Hush, mainly.
Yeah.
So I was frustrated more or less while I was watching this movie.
I feel you. Because I knew coming into it what we were getting.
Do you feel the same way, bro? Do you feel the same way?
No, because I'm familiar with the book, and
so you already came in expecting.
Yes, I came in expecting. Yeah. Because I knew.
Okay, but let's talk about preference though.
Oh, definitely. Well, I'll say this. It's also, I would put it as mood. You know what I mean? I mean, I get what you mean when you don't want to see your heroes failing, and because you want, like, for example, like, I don't want to see.
It's not even about failing, because even in Hush, he failed. But in the end, he came through. But not really.
That's the same here. That's the same one here. How is that different from this one then? He's failing here.
Because it's still Batman. He's still the Batman. But the reason he failed was because the guy that he was up against was basically him, part 2, or because he created him. It's Dick Gordon.
Yeah.
It's Dick Gordon. He's not fighting the Joker. He's not fighting Penguin. He's not fighting Mr. Freeze or any of these other guys. He's fighting himself. That's what's so good about Hush.
Yeah.
Now in this one, I mean, obviously, I don't know who Holiday is yet, but
you have your guesses.
That there is no Robin yet.
There's no Robin
yet. We're talking about an early version of Batman. So, I mean, I just can't get with it. But then again, I get how we're leading towards the creation of Two-Face, and he plays a central role in that creation of Two-Face, which is why Two-Face hates him so much.
And also, not just Two-Face, but again, remember how in The Dark Knight, it was the fall of the mob and the rise of the supervillain?
Yeah.
You get that sense. That's what this is. That's what this is the book where they got it from. You get what I mean? So, in terms of preference, of course, I prefer the Hush, the Batman who's almost perfect, the alpha male who knows everything. But at the same time, I can appreciate what this story did for Batman. Because remember, just to take it back, to put it in context, when Frank Miller came up with Batman Year One, which is basically Batman Begins, okay? The whole ninja aspect to him, the whole training with Ra's al Ghul and going to whatever. Back in the book, I think it was the Parbat. You know what I mean? So it was that book, and then so the big boulder was to follow up that story. You know what I mean? The big problem, not problem, but the pressure of living up to something like Year One. That's what this book had to do, and for me, it kind of does it well in that sense. So I appreciate, because again, a lot of stories have taken from this main storyline, but at the same time, it's also like any other mystery. I don't know. That's the way I see it. But don't get me wrong. I get it. I didn't enjoy that part as much. Also, me, it's more the pacing. The more of the pacing that I was really. It kind of got boring in the middle. Ali, you still okay? Want to share your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it overall. I'm always up for a Batman animation or Batman movie. It reminded me a lot of the Batman version by what's his name by Zack Snyder. You know, in Batman versus Superman. I mean, the gray outfit, the black cape. Reminded me a lot of the Ben Affleck version, which I like. I like that version. I like to see that type of costume. But let's keep in mind, guys, there's a part two. You know, there's a part two, so we're gonna get a chance to see what happens, and maybe we'll see a more accurate Batman, the one that Willie's used to seeing in the next part. You know, who knows?
Which
who knows?
Also, heads up, Robert Pattinson's Batman is also taking this is Batman year too. So his
Yeah,
Batman,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of So I mean, from
right?
that aspect, from that standpoint,
I like this. I like where this is going.
No. From that standpoint, Pael, you appreciate it even more.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you appreciate it even more. Yeah. Because you're right. It reminded me, like, I was like, well, wait a minute, because of the whole Two-Face angle. It reminded me a lot of what was that? Was that part two of Christian Bale's version of Batman?
Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
Harvey Dent, yeah, The Dark Knight. It reminded me of that. It reminded me of God, I'm losing my train of thought here. It reminded me of dude. What the hell? It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
I must break the bat.
Bang. But that's the end, though.
Speaking of Robert Pattinson, you seen the
Robert Pattinson's version?
You've seen the
and then another one. I can't remember
his version. Have you seen him?
Which one?
The sneak peeks of him playing Batman.
Robert Pattinson or Michael
Keaton?
We
the trailer. We saw the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer.
We watched it. Remember?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it
reminds. It's pretty good, right?
It's very good. It's very good. I can't wait.
Again, sans his dumbass bat fist that I
was very, very pleased with what I saw.
Me too.
You know, the guy doesn't want to get in the weight room. He doesn't want to fill in the suit. You know, but he does a great job.
I hope so.
But
I mean, if you don't like the Batman who fails, just managing your expectations, Willie, I think this Batman's gonna be. He's a raw Batman. He barely has a Batmobile. His Batmobile is just like a supercharged car. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be getting a Batman who trips in this one. So manage your expectations.
He's not even wearing like the Batman boots that we see. He's just wearing regular boots because he's still trying to figure out how to be. You know, he's in the beginning stages here.
Yep.
He's in the beginning stages here. Yeah.
You know who's playing his kid, Alfred?
Maybe he gets in the weight room after this.
I hope so. I like my Batman's buff, bro. I like.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna take a beating, and he's gonna be like, you know what? Just like Michael Jordan used to do.
Last dance.
He's gonna get in the weight room and say, you know what? I'm tired of getting hit. I want to deliver that hit.
Stop taking
and then
the hits.
He comes out looking like Ali Pete.
But did you see the behind the scenes of Flashpoint though? We see Michael Keaton with a toupee. Yeah, a gray-haired Bruce Wayne.
Where can I see that, John?
Wait, let me share screen. See, wait. Michael Keaton behind the scenes. Plus that's Supergirl also. Michael Keaton behind the scenes. Behind the scenes Flashpoint. Sorry, I'm typing it with one hand.
Ollie's good at using one hand.
Where's that?
Yeah.
He speaks about it a lot.
There you go. Kind of looks weird in this one though. Oh no, but this is just fan art. No, there's a behind the scenes. Anyway, he's gonna be a gray-haired Bruce Wayne. He was seen on the set, because they're filming it already. Anyway,
That's really cool, man.
So we
That's
have
really
like
cool.
3 Batman now. But if you were to pick, sorry, we're well. Let's close. No, first. Let's close. Long Halloween first. What would you get? What would you rate it? 1 to 10.
1 to 10 for me. I probably, you know, I'm a fan either way. I mean, I still like the story. I wasn't actually. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoy a good cartoon. You know, like I was sitting there and
You
I
even
was like
messaged me. You're
the
like, I
beginning
like
part.
this. This is good.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I had a good time. I had a good time watching it, and I want to see more. I can't wait to see what happens in the second part. So I'll give it about an 8, a solid 8. Yeah.
Willie, your face is like.
Damn, 8, dude. That's up there, man.
That's low for me too. I would give it an 8 too, but that's low for me. That's not a. It's not a Hush, because Hush gets like a 9. This one, Justice Society gets a 9.5.
Dude, that's one number away, and Hush was just like so much better than this one.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm giving it around a 6.
Whoa, that's low.
I'm giving it around.
Okay, all right.
For me, Hush was around a 9.
Yeah. Because Hush is like it's like a blockbuster. You get everyone, you know.
Dude, Hush was amazing. I mean, and if 10 being my highest score, being like the perfect movie, like my Return of the Jedi being my number 10, and Hush being right below that, there's no way that I can give The Long Halloween an 8. There's no way.
What gets an 8? What have you seen Justice Society? You've seen that, right? The one we got like a Russian Wonder Woman. That's a 9.
Yeah. That right there would be a 9, an 8 or a 9. The dark the Justice League Dark. That right there would be around a 9.
That's a 9 too. That was good.
You know what? You know what? I would give a 6. I would give a 6 to that. Was it the Russian Superman? I hated that movie.
Oh, really?
I hated
it like that?
I couldn't stand it.
That gets around a 7. That for me was even better than this Long Halloween.
Oh no way, man! I like Long Halloween.
Dude, didn't that give you?
You're upset because you saw Batman getting his ass kicked.
Maybe.
For me, it was a lot more realistic.
Me too.
For me, it was a lot more realistic seeing Batman kind of get whoa, and it was like. But then what I appreciated is Batman's ability to solve problems. Batman's ability to get out of that situation.
Me too.
I'm like, damn, how's he gonna get out of the situation? You know, but like, cause you're like, I'm not a fighter, but Pael is a fighter. He knows about martial arts, and I'm sure I'm sure you appreciated that.
Are you talking about the fight with the triads? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the fight with the triads. Like he figured it out, right? And all I kept thinking about
in that situation, man.
Look, man. Look, all I kept thinking about was his training. His training before, his training. Where was that? Up there, what looked like Tibet, with the League of Shadows, and learning how to get out of that type of situation, and all the training finally came into play. And then I didn't know until Pael started talking that this is the younger version of Batman. This is the beginning stages of Batman, or it's perceived to be, anyways.
What was that, Willie?
No, he
hasn't even trained with the League of Assassins.
No, he has.
No, he's already.
I think so.
He has already. Otherwise,
they
he would
they
put.
taught him to shoot the electricity into the puddle. They teach you that in Assassin's School.
In Ninja School.
Do they teach you that there? Dude,
awareness. Maybe it was awareness of your surroundings.
Look. They figured out. Like. Bottom line is it. Like, okay, so I mean, what are you saying?
He didn't figure it out. He needed to be.
He had all those gadgets in Batman Begins, man. he had the money to pay for all that stuff, even the Batmobile for that matter. I mean, and that just added to what he already knew.
I love how,
But
speaking of his gadgets,
I think what we're looking at is a trial and error type Batman right now, without even him even realizing it. Man, I gotta go. I mean, you said that. I'm trying to remember.
I gotta get the bulletproof windows.
How did he get? Okay, yeah. How did he get? How did he get himself? How did he get himself in that situation in the beginning? Like, I don't remember. Refresh my memory for real. I don't remember.
He had captured the one triad that was going away in the car. Catches him in, chases him down an alley, gets him in the alley, hems him up, but the dude brought him there because that's triad territory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the Batman that I know and love, first of all,
he would have scanned that place.
Wouldn't even let him get out the car.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even have let him get out the car. Second of all, would know his way around Gotham and know that, hey, I'm in triad territory.
I mean, would he though?
This is Batman.
I know.
But it's a rookie.
I know.
It's a Trae Young Batman, bro. Think of it that way.
That's the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I think. That's what Willie's trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is, this is your city. You know your way around Valencia, right? I know my way around Pacoima. I know not to go to this block and wear blue because
you're talking about fine.
And I wear blue.
Yeah,
this is a Bloods area.
Okay, we're talking.
I'm just trying to simplify my point.
Okay, fine.
I'm not allowed to go to this area because they don't like black people in this area, and if I go there, they might call the police, and the police are going to be like, "Hey, you don't belong here because you're black."
Ali, your point.
All right. Well, but what I'm trying to. Okay, and I get you. I get your point.
Me too. I get it.
The thing is, you're talking about a kid that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
There you go.
Right?
Also,
and in the beginning, I'm going to reference to Batman Begins. For me, that was the best version of all the films, before and after, that was ever on the big screen. Okay.
Wow.
Because it showed a vulnerable, and in many cases, in the very beginning, a naive Bruce Wayne, a young naive Bruce Wayne, walking into a bar or a restaurant where all of these
mafia people,
politicians, mafia people, and corrupt officers, thinking that he was going to be able to make a difference by walking in with a sidearm. Yeah. Then he goes and travels to different countries around the world because he's got the money to do it, and he's trying to get into the mind of the criminal, but that was the wrong thing to do. He finds out later on when he's with the League of Shadows, and then even after the League of Shadows, we saw him mess up. Remember when he went to Commissioner Gordon, and then he tried to jump off the side of the building, and
that's a Frank Miller moment right there. Right? That was a Frank Miller moment.
Okay, or even when he was starting to become Batman, he had the suit and he was starting to kick ass. He gets lit on fire. Remember that?
Yep.
And then he jumped out the window and he had to call Alfred.
What's the name of this movie?
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins.
Okay.
Christian Bale.
Scarecrow burns.
I think there was something similar to this. They had an animated version similar to this.
Well, it's definitely. I mean, what we saw were bits and pieces derived in the movies that we've seen in the past from this particular version, which to me makes sense. And I, for me, I like to see our superheroes vulnerable, so you can figure out I mean, if we just see them kicking ass all the time, for me, I was like, oh man, okay, here we go. Come on, Batman, come on. Let's, look,
get up, Rock. Get up, Rock. We want that moment.
And then he had that moment, but then of course, like you said, Selena, right? Selena Kyle came in. He had to come in there and save him a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, okay, but I mean,
a little bit, bro. She just whipped him tight.
No, she took out the big dude, man. She
just tied him up, and that helped him. She didn't do anything. She didn't do no crazy kicks. Remember, she just Tied him up.
She didn't have to because she's a much better martial artist than Batman is.
She didn't do any crazy martial arts like moves there. I don't remember, right? She didn't. She didn't.
I mean,
all I know is that.
So then she does her little cowboy wrangling thing.
Well, all I know is that there's no way in hell I can scale those high buildings and just chill on like the edge and just chill
like
out there, you know, doing all that. I'm like, you guys are crazy, man.
You know, I was thinking about that, but if you had your grapple gear and you got your parachute cape, you won't be scared.
I'd still be scared. I mean, I guess after a while you get used to that. You get used to that.
Know how to use his parachute cape?
No, what I'm saying is, if I had those backups, you know, I'd be like, let's check out.
I had my cape, just like the video game. Your cape could turn into a glider. That's pretty cool,
right?
You know, yeah.
I miss those Arkham games. We should come up with.
And I mean, I want to see more of the characters, you know, the villain characters, man. I want to see more of them. Mm-hmm. And we don't really get to see too many of them, you know, too often. But I want to see more of those.
Because if you do something like that, you come up with Hush.
If you're talking about wanting to see something different, you know, wanting to see change, then it doesn't get any more different than Batman Red Sun, whatever it's called.
Superman.
The Red Sun.
I mean, I gotta see that.
Red Sun.
Oh,
dude,
I hated it, man.
Really?
Alternate universe type stuff wherein.
Yeah, well, it pissed me off. I can deal with alternate universe.
I liked it, man.
I hated it.
What if Superman landed in Russia?
What did you hate about it, Ali? I'm curious.
Green Lantern, the White House. I'm like, come on, man. Like, huh?
The Lantern Corps.
Even Batman. I didn't like the Batman. I didn't like that version of Batman. I just like, dude. What I was
Russian.
What I was expecting was, you know, I was expecting solid foundations. You know, what I mean by that is, like, if you're gonna have a Russian Batman or whatever Batman, I mean, have him the Russian version of Bruce Wayne, like you know.
No, Batman was Russian.
What was he? I forgot. What was he? American? I forgot. Well, that's how forgettable the movie was for me. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I tried in the beginning. I thought, oh, it was cool.
Again, multiverse
cool concept, but then I was like,
I respect it. It's just, you know, I'm just.
The ending for me was exhausting. I'm like, oh god, what the hell? You know, what is this like? What was it? Who was it? Who's he fighting again? This machine or what?
Brainiac.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then what happened?
Brainiac makes Superman think that he won, and then Brainiac starts pretending like he's working for Superman.
And it betrays him.
Wherein he's really not working for Superman. He's like manipulating Superman into making certain decisions that are beneficial to Brainiac.
Yeah. All this time, this whole time, he thought he was his servant.
In the end, Brainiac turns into Super Brainiac, and Superman now needs to defeat Brainiac with the help of
Russian Batman.
Batman dies.
Batman dies.
Batman dies. That's right.
He dies in this one.
That's right.
And then in the process of that, Batman fights against Wonder Woman, I think. He fights against Lex Luthor. He fights against the Lantern Corps and all of them. It's just, you know, I mean, if we're talking about something refreshing, something different, a different take, then it doesn't get any more different than that, man.
Me too. I liked it too.
That just boom, like mind blown.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, coming from somebody like me that is not the most creative guy that can just think of all these different scenarios, it does it for me. Like, what if Superman in the 40s landed in Russia?
Yeah.
Dude took out the German forces, ended World War II, did all that, and it was just something different.
Yep, I liked it too.
So many ways.
And I love how the character, the moral character of the person like prevails still, even if he was raised like Russian with Russian ideals. It was the good. It was his, you know what I mean, his inner goodness that prevailed in the end.
Everything he did as a Russian version of
Superman of normal, well done.
Yeah, was still based on his idea of what is right.
Yes.
You know,
which I like.
Truth, justice, and instead of the American way, it was the communist Russian way.
Russian way, yeah. Yeah.
Well, he still had the same idea. Yeah. I apologize that I don't share the same sentiments or enthusiasm.
No, but that's what makes it cool, bro. I love it. It's better. It would suck if we all agreed all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know,
I mean, just like you cheering and rooting for certain Clipper players. I mean, I may not agree, but I respect.
Well, no, I said, okay, I'm going to retract those statements, okay, that I made. But for the organization to flourish and be successful and be taken seriously, yeah, I would like to see them win a championship. But you know, like I said, I have my opinions about that. But
now that we're getting into the playoffs, fucking Trae Young today was crazy, bro. Plus that, and you know, it's been actually all the games have been exciting. Now that I think about it, the past 4 games have been crazy.
Yeah, they have.
Right? Have you been watching?
Yeah.
Have you been watching?
It's been
a follow-up dunk. I didn't even know that was a rule. Did you know that was a rule? I mean, you guys are professionals, so you should have.
This is the first time
I've ever seen that.
This is the first time that we get these types of teams in the playoffs. It's always been
the big names,
Lakers,
that we expect to be there.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, so many people.
It's been so predictable, but now we have Atlanta, we have the Hawks, and it goes. We have the Suns, and it goes back to what I was telling you, Pete, that we're in uncharted territory as far as a shortened off season. Guys are getting hurt left and right. The older guys are getting hurt left and right because they didn't have the usual off season that they get.
Yeah.
Wait, before you go on, Will, just a question for both of you. That fucking Kyrie landing on Giannis, from my point of view, he did that shit on purpose, right? What's your take on that? Didn't he? Come on now.
Wait,
he looks
what's that?
I don't believe
when Kyrie got injured, that point where Kyrie got injured, he landed on fucking Giannis's foot, right? For a split second, you see Giannis check out the floor and then look at Kyrie and then step right where he's about to land. That's kind of a slide. I like Giannis, but
I don't think that was dirty. I don't think that was dirty. What do you think, Willie?
I don't believe it was.
Really?
No.
And today he did this thing with Trae. Did he fucking put his hands into Trae's face? Did you see this when he was shooting a 3? And then he was looking at the basket.
That's just a challenge 3-point shot on one of the best shooters in
the That happens a lot. There's that.
Reggie Miller played defense that way his whole career. Put his hand in the face of the guy on offense.
Yeah.
No, not focus.
I mean, when you're defending that level of shooter that I'm talking about can shoot from 40 feet consistently, you got to take drastic measures. You know, and it was the same way with Shaq when people had to guard Shaq, and in the PBA to a lesser extent, Jumar Fajardo. I mean,
Jumar can't shoot 3 throws.
You know, you have to take drastic measures, and when Jumar is coming down the floor on offense, you have to meet him at the 3-point line, at the very least the free throw line, to make him getting to the block or into the paint that much more difficult. Because if you don't, and you're going to let him walk into the paint and establish position on the block where he wants to be, you're done. It's done. It's like if Ollie is on the left block, and you're not gonna take away his left hand, you're done. You got to play high side on Ali when he's on the left block and force him to drop step and make him dribble with his right hand because he didn't know how to dribble with his right hand.
Ooh, shade right there. Is that true, Ali? Aren't you right-handed?
No. Listen, when I say he doesn't know how to dribble with his right hand, I don't mean like he cannot dribble with his right hand at all.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's a reason why you never see Ali shoot a layup or a jump hook with his right hand.
Why is that?
How many times, Ali? How many times in your career did you shoot a right-handed jump hook? You could probably count it.
Not too many. I could count it on two hands.
Really?
But
you're a righty, right?
But no, I'm left-handed.
He's left-handed.
But I'll tell you.
He would be on the right side of the basket. All the defenders would be on his left side, but he would still dunk it with his left hand.
All right. I can say this now because I'm not playing basketball anymore. But
nobody can stop it still.
All the shots that I took with my right hand, I made. Matter of fact, when Coach Norman Black was working with me, he said, "Hey, you have you're right. You need to start using your right hand more." And part of it was more of a psychological thing, and part of it was a reflex thing. So it was like even if I wanted to go right, somehow my brain would shift to make me go left.
Of course.
But
yeah.
One thing that people don't know about what happened to me, and was that I hurt my left knee. I hurt it really bad when I was in college. It was a cumulative thing, and I had one of those rare injuries, degenerative, and it was one of those. Today they call it microfracture, but back then the technology in the mid 90s, they didn't really know what to do with that thing. And so I hurt my knee when I was a kid, and it was never the same after that. So it would hurt to try to shoot a layup or jump off my left leg. The left leg opposite would be my right hand. So Willie, you knew that I wore a lot of knee braces. That was the one knee that I was trying to protect. So no one knew about that. I didn't tell anybody about that, and because I wanted to keep my job. I wanted to keep my job. So that was, if you can imagine, that was very frustrating for me because I couldn't really rely on my left leg. I couldn't even take off on my left leg to try to dunk it the way I could do it on my other side. I could get more elevation.
You were a really good 1 foot jumper off your right foot.
Well, I was off of one leg.
And you can jump equally well off of two.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
Usually you're one or the other.
Of course.
I was good at both.
Or you jump really well off of one. You were able to do both equally well. Like if you look at LeBron is a better 1 foot jumper.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's right.
If you look at Dwight Howard is a better 2 foot jumper.
2 foot jumper than
1 foot jumper. And if we want to talk about slam dunk champions, Dominique Wilkins never jumped off of 1 foot.
He never did. That's why he couldn't take off from the free throw line the way Jordan did. Actually, Jordan was very good off of 2 legs, and he was also very good off of 1 leg, both legs actually.
Yeah.
Another guy who I felt should have won the slam dunk contest was Sean Kemp. He was good with 2 legs, and single legs.
Zach LaVine is a 1 foot jumper.
He's a 1 foot jumper. But then Aaron Gordon is a 2 foot jumper.
Great man.
This is my next project, bro. Speaking of Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
I've been sculpting. I've shown Ali. I've been sculpting his head, and I've started with the kamikazes. Anyway,
Remember, Desmond Mason? He was a 1 foot jumper. No, he was a 2 foot jumper.
I think it was more 2 foot. Was
Sean Kemp a 2 foot jumper? He was, right?
He was both.
No, he was both, man. I thought he should have won the slam dunk contest. At least one of them. I don't know what the hell.
That D Brown no look.
That was. That D Brown dunk was legit.
Yeah. Plus, he didn't make his.
But that's all.
He didn't make his.
That's all he had. That's all he had. That's all he had, though. It's like,
All he needed, man. You do with that left hand. That's all you need.
Hey, Sean Kemp to me was ahead of his time. When you think about the agility and the versatility of the big man today, he definitely could have played in this day's game because he had the 3-point shot. He could put the ball on the floor. Today's game, he can actually initiate the offense.
I agree.
Can you imagine a young Sean Kemp in this day?
Yeah.
Going up against
and
somebody
the softness
like
of today. You know how soft they
Giannis, man.
Oh, he's gonna block Giannis' ass, bro.
Dude, I don't know, man.
He was Amari Stoudemire before Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, but Amari didn't have the outside
shot. No, man. No.
Amari developed that outside shot.
No, late in his game, not like Sean Kemp who kind of had it
Dude, man, Sean Kemp's athletic ability was off the chain.
Off the chain.
Like I don't even think.
Amari's wasn't.
It was, but it wasn't no Sean Kemp, dude.
It wasn't no Sean Kemp.
It wasn't no Sean Kemp.
Pre-knee injury, Amari Stoudemire.
I get you.
I check the highlights, man. You guys,
dude.
I've been watching the Sean Kemps, bro. I've been watching full games of
You need to remember and look at some Sean Kemp old clips and see some of the stuff that he was doing, man.
Amari is the same exact athleticism. No.
What
I'm saying is he's on that level.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
He's on that level. But I mean, there's never going to be another Sean Kemp. He's like, I think he's one of one. I mean,
I agree.
Can you name any other athlete that was that explosive at that size?
I'm gonna get Sean Kemp, bro. I started following because I'm making like a Sean. I've been getting permissions.
I would say this. I would say the closest thing to Sean Kemp in this day's game would probably be Giannis.
Yep.
I mean, athletic wise, but
Giannis don't got no shot. Well, yeah, he can make his threes too. He's been making.
Yeah, but it's not consistent. It's not fluid. It's not liquid. Yeah. So
he shot 1 for 6 in one game. I was like 1 for 6, Giannis.
Yeah.
And his free throw, he has to improve his free throw. Well, his free throw wasn't bad today. He shot like a 6 for game.
Yeah.
No,
I gotta watch that
PG.
game.
Fucking PG, bro. Pandemic P at his finest, missing 2 free throws. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
I gotta see it. I was
telling Ali earlier that, I mean, you're without Kawhi. Your star is somebody that is known to not show up during big games. During big moments in big games. Choke, basically.
Yep.
So
no clutch.
I mean, who do you have? Who are you going to rely on in the clutch?
Yep.
Right.
He got the last shot out too, right? He got the shot
out. With Phoenix, I mean, D Book has just adopted that mentality.
The power of pussy, bro. Look what that Kardashian does to that kid. He's like he's the king of the world.
Actually,
bro.
Would you say this? I think
that Jenner chick must be sucking good dick, bro. It's like,
dude,
I
think Kylie. Wasn't it Kylie and what's the other one? Kylie and Kendall, right? Kendall and what? Kendall and Kylie,
right?
Kendall. He got the best one.
Kendall. Dude, I think they're more normal than the other sisters. To be honest with you, they look more natural than the other sisters. That's my opinion.
Kylie's all fake, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kendall's
had some work done, but
not as bad as the others.
Natural than all of them.
She's the closest to what she looked like originally,
but still not.
Whereas,
I hope she keeps it. I hope she keeps it that way.
Whatever it is,
that
Devin Booker kid, it's been, he's that king of the world because of... Dude, have you seen him play? 50, 60, what was it now? Not 60, but 40 plus.
Are they still
60 plus.
Are they still together?
I don't know.
Are they still
I think so.
I hope not.
He's playing like they are.
He better stop. He's going to end up like Lamar Odom, man.
I know, but he doesn't look like he's Lamar Odom or even Blake Griffin.
See, those two got different upbringings, man.
Yeah, I think so.
Lamar Odom had a drug addict for a father. His mother, I think, also might have been an addict.
Hold up, man. Hold up. No. That pills. Okay, well that's serious stuff.
No, that's legit. Straight from the
I know. But when your own father decides that I'm just gonna come out and let the whole world know that I cross dress and I want to be a woman, that's gotta screw you up.
That's
that's Kendall and Kylie's father.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to get mixed up in that. Do you think Caitlyn's hanging out?
I'm not talking about.
Do you think?
I'm not talking about Devin Booker getting involved. Now I'm talking about issues, man. Issues.
Daddy issues. Or
and
this time
those girls,
check this out. The thing about Lamar is that he was with Chloe. Bruce or Caitlyn is not even Chloe's father.
Dead naming.
He's not even the father. And
fine. Lamar
was doing the drugs before he even got with Chloe.
So is that what it was?
Yeah, he was on the weed. He was dabbling in the coke. He was doing that stuff even before he was with Chloe. Keep in mind, he has 2 or maybe 3 kids before he even got with Chloe.
And you think but I mean, Chloe wasn't no, Chloe got herself involved in some stuff as well. A lot of things, as a matter of fact.
Not as much as him. Remember?
Whatever.
Someone's a fan of the Kardashians.
That girl. That girl was off the chain, man. She was. Come on, all the partying she was doing.
Who are we talking about?
She has to put herself out there for the brand. She's the ugly Kardashian.
I don't. Actually, matter of fact,
when you're the ugly Kardashian, you gotta win.
She had the best. She had the best personality out of all.
You have to.
I don't even know about their personalities, bro. How do you males know this gay shit? I'm just kidding.
We were watching it. I was watching
really?
it.
I
enjoyed it. It got to a point though.
I've never seen an episode.
Same here.
But I come across them from time to time on Instagram.
The only episode I watched was the one with Ray J.
Again, this rings true in real life, not just with the Kardashians. When you're the ugly one. When you're the ugly friend, when you're the ugly sister, or when you're the ugly brother, you have to have the best personality. You have to be funny.
I don't know. I'm the most good-looking of my brothers, and I'm still the funniest. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I get what you mean. I'm just messing with you.
And then again, Ali, you know this. When you have a smaller package, you have to make it up in other ways.
Look,
Big Willie throwing some shade, bro.
I'm gonna stick. What's a fact?
When you have a smaller package, you got to make it up in other ways.
Yeah, but I've never had that problem.
It's not the size of the boat, really. It's about the motion of the ocean.
I mean, you being Creole. I mean, in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you're above average. So you don't have that problem here. But there's a lot of men in the Philippines that do. And that's why I said you know what this means, because you've been in the States and you've been here.
To the playoffs.
Dude, you like how he disguises the shade.
I know, I love it. I fucking love it. The shade is like he's handing you a bunch of cards. One of them's a joker, but you just gotta have to play through it. And he does it with a straight face. He's handing you a deck of cards and you're playing fucking Texas Hold'em or some shit. And one of them is a joker and you look at it and you're like, really? This is what you gotta do to me right now? We're talking ball and you throw in the shade. It's like fucking, it's smooth, bro. I gotta give it.
Right,
it's very smooth. Swing it back to topic, Ali. Back to the main. Who do you got? Who do you got for the finals? For the season. Who do you got? Who do we got?
I honestly would not be surprised if the Phoenix Suns win the whole damn thing. I'm not going to be surprised if that happens. There's something special. There's something special about the Phoenix Suns this season.
Who's playing against?
In the Eastern Conference, that's
Atlanta.
A tough one, man. I don't know. Like, I would like to see the Milwaukee Bucks.
Make your prediction.
I would like to see Milwaukee get there. I'd like to see Milwaukee get there. But then, but then again, I mean, dude, you know what would be you like? This is what I see.
Okay.
Phoenix is the east. Phoenix is the western version of Atlanta, and Atlanta is the eastern version of Phoenix. Man,
Wow, that's good.
they are very identical.
That's
are
good.
very identical. You got Trae Young, who's pretty much like your Devin Booker, right? Maybe a little bit a few inches shorter.
Who's your CP?
But huh?
Who's your CP in Atlanta? Atlanta's pretty young.
CP in it, dude. CP in Atlanta, he comes off the bench, but that could be Lou Williams. I mean, I'm talking about age-wise.
That's true.
Okay, but then the scrappiness of these guys. I mean, their big men resemble are very similar to the big men, especially Ayton of Phoenix.
Yep.
And then how scrappy they are, and then the fearlessness. Yes, Capella. There you go. The fearlessness of these young wingmen,
fearless
on both sides, and they seem to score at ease. Willie, you know about this. When you look at the Clippers, they look like they're just laboring for every shot on every possession. But with the Phoenix Suns, with the Phoenix Suns, man, they look like the shots that they take, the shots that they make, looks almost effortless. I'm not saying that it is effortless, but it looks like they're, because of the team, the offense being so balanced. And then there's
the defense. Their defense are like tight.
Yeah, and they're So would you agree with me on that one, Willie? Like they're very similar. So like it would be very interesting to see Atlanta and Phoenix in the finals. That can very well happen. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping to see, but I don't think that's what we're going to see. I think that if we're talking about the Eastern Conference, I think Milwaukee has matchups for Phoenix as far as Trae Young and Drew Holiday.
Me too.
I mean, obviously, you're not going to really hold down Trae Young. He's going to get his shot. You just got to really hope that he misses. But if any defender can do a really good job, is Drew Holiday. Now, regards to Atlanta and their big men with John Collins and Clint Capella, you got Brook Lopez and you got Giannis. So I think they match up very well. And then now I'm just speaking purely about the defense. Mm-hmm. If we're talking about the wing, we got Bogdanovich, we got Herter. I think we got Connaughton.
You missed earlier. That was a fucking air ball, bro.
Tucker and Connaughton. I think I give that nod to Atlanta. But hands down, Atlanta has no matchup for Giannis.
Capella's there,
Capella, no, cannot guard Giannis.
Yeah, they did 4 lobs straight.
Capella can't guard him out there on the wing, and that's where he likes to attack from.
So that's Milwaukee right there. If we're talking about the playoffs, it's usually the team with the best player that wins. Mm-hmm. Usually, not all the time, but usually. So I give the nod to Milwaukee. If we're talking about the Western Conference, Ali and I spoke about this earlier. I give the nod to Phoenix. You know why?
Yeah.
LA without their best player and their second player is not, somebody that is known to step up and get big games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who do I think is going to be there in the finals? I think it's Phoenix, Milwaukee. Who do I want to see?
Really?
I want to see Phoenix, Atlanta, and I think ultimately Atlanta wins.
Really? Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And this goes back to what I was talking to you about, the young legs. Okay, CP3 perennially he conks out in the playoffs.
I know, but he's got his D book by his side, bro.
Yeah, he has his D book, but he's still being asked to he's going to be asked to play defense against Trae Young. That's not easy.
That's not easy.
That's not easy to do. You got to chase this guy around screens.
I'd put D book on him. No, who would I put it on him? Not CP. I'm not gonna put CP on him. But you have no choice, though.
You don't want to put D book on him.
Yeah, it's gonna get tired.
Then you lose. Then you're gonna lose your. No, you're gonna lose your scoring.
Exactly.
Get in the
That's
foul
why.
trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want to put D-Book on him. Now, you want to put, what's the other? Miles Bridges, maybe.
Mikhail.
Maybe Miles Bridges. Mikhail Bridges, sorry. He's their defender. Came out of Villanova. So, now, who do you put CP on? You put him on Bogdanovich.
He's taller.
This guy's a scorer.
Yeah, and he's
you
taller.
Put him on Herder. This guy's a scorer. You're gonna put him on Hunter. This guy's a scorer. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And these guys are all young.
Yeah.
I mean, look, your oldest guy is what? Capella. He's what? 27.
Yeah. He's the most veteran of the team. Dad and I were watching. They were like, "This is maybe the only time we're really seeing Atlanta play." I mean, we've seen him during the playoffs, but
dude,
it's only this season.
You got young legs across the board, and Atlanta is so much deeper. Remember, you got Gallinari coming off the bench, giving you what?
Oh yeah, we forget about that. We forget about that. Yeah.
15 to 20 minutes from Gallinari, and if he gets hot,
he's hot.
He's hot, man.
He's hot. His threes are just. He's streaky. He's a streaky shooter.
Let's look at the matchups. 1 to 5. Paul, Trae Young. I think it's even.
Yeah.
D-Book, Bogdanovich. We give it to Book.
Of course.
But Bogdanovich can hold his own.
Score. Yep.
Right?
He's taller too. He's taller than Trae.
Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Hunter. I give it to Hunter. Collins, and Jay Crowder. I give it to Collins.
I give it to Crowder. Crowder's pretty strong too, bro. I mean,
I give it to Collins.
He can D up.
Collins catch that alley oop off the board and dunk on.
I don't think Crowder. I don't think Crowder can keep up with Collins.
Really?
I don't think he can.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's not
he's
quick.
Taller,
he's not
right?
quick
Isn't
enough.
he taller? Isn't Crowder?
Yeah,
taller?
but he's not.
Collins
he's not.
taller.
He's taller,
is
but
taller?
yeah.
He jumps pretty high for a tall guy, bro.
Collins is 6'9", freak athlete, can shoot spot up threes. Now, what is Jay Crowder known to do to get physical? You want to put him on your LeBron James type players. They may put Crowder on Giannis, which I don't think is gonna.
It's not gonna work.
I don't think
if you can't stop,
not gonna work.
If you can't stop Collins, you can't stop Giannis for sure.
No, see, that's the thing, though. Collins is not going to create offense the way that Giannis does.
No.
Collins is going to set screens, ball screens, and roll to the basket. Crowder is not that type of defender where, you want him playing off the ball, because those type of guys that you want playing off the ball are usually the guys that you want creating offense for you, which is why you want them playing defense off the ball so that they save their energy. Your Chris Pauls, your Devin Bookers. But those guys are going to be forced to play defense on the ball because Bogdanovich holds the ball. He comes off of screens.
Finish the head-to-head. So you got.
Well, so Collins, Crowder. I give it to Collins. Capella, Ayton. I think that's even.
Yes, that's even.
Because they don't run offense through Ayton. He's doing basically the same thing that Atlanta's asking Capella to do. Screen and roll. So it's 4-1.
It's true. That's a good point.
It'd be very interesting to see. I mean, and we probably very much might see that. You never know.
Imagine a championship going back to the A.
Wow. When was the last time it was there, bro?
They've never won a championship.
Never, exactly. No, you said going back.
Wait. No. Wait a minute. They did win a championship, but they were St. Louis. They were the St. Louis Hawks. Back in the 40s or 50s.
Bob Pettit and stuff, right?
Yeah, Bob Pettit. Let me Google it real quick.
I don't know. Well, we have. What's the news on CP though? Isn't he like fucking?
No, he's playing game 3. He's going to play game 3.
Nice.
He's going to play game 3.
That's been announced?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to kick ass, bro. But, okay, was that ever a rule that there's no goaltending if you're throwing it from outside? Did you know this? Because I saw Charles Barkley talk about it, and he's like, I never knew this rule. So you, as professional basketball players, did you know that was a thing?
Goaltending?
No, the inbound, no goaltending from the inbound. Was that ever a thing? I've never ever.
No, I didn't know that because the ball looked like it was already in the basket.
Right, I know. So there's no goaltending. No, but that rule, that specific rule, that there's no goaltending from inbound. I never knew that was a thing. Right? Did you know this?
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Exactly. So that was a rule. So I'm like, wow, learn something every day. Did not know that. Anyway, yeah. So that's where we're at. I'm for the.
Yeah.
I want CP to have a ring.
That's my. Hold up. Here we go. The St. Louis Hawks. They won the championship in 1958, the NBA Finals, 1958. Okay. So that would be the last time historically that the Hawks, right, won.
Dominique couldn't even bring them this far, right? Dominique's like what?
Well, I mean, they never really had the team to do that ever. They had to get past Detroit. They had to get past Boston. They could never get past those two teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is
they
it
just
also
didn't have?
And the Bulls.
I was gonna say that the Bulls. Wait, don't we give credit to Nate McMillan also as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Of course.
Who was the coach? Yeah. They replaced him. I mean,
Budenholzer? No, not Budenholzer.
That's when everything changed, right? That's when they did that. That was like wow. Now they're making waves. My dad and I were watching it this morning, and my dad goes, "Atlanta for real," because we've never seen them really kick ass this much. I'm like, for real. It's like we're trying. Yeah. We're really. And he said something nice, and he said, it's really different when a team plays well in the playoffs, especially if it's a team like Atlanta. You get to know everyone. Because honestly, I didn't really know. I only knew Trae Young. Of course, Capella, because he came from Houston. But everyone else now is getting their shine on, Was Trae Young, was he even an all-star this year? He wasn't, right? Trae Young?
Let me check.
I don't think he was even an all-star this year.
I think you can make the argument with all the other teams that are in the conference finals right now. This is the first time I really paid any attention to the Phoenix Suns as far as their other players are concerned, outside of Chris Paul and Devin Booker. You could say the same thing about the Milwaukee Bucks, even with the LA Clippers for that matter.
We've been watching. I mean, I've been watching Milwaukee because I like Giannis and I like Middleton. Middleton's really. Yeah, that guy is clutch.
And another thing too. Another thing is that
no, he did not.
He didn't, right? Isn't that the first time? Imagine that kid.
But you know who did though? Ben Simmons.
Now, are we gonna be light on Ben or are we gonna harsh on Ben? Because I watched this video Dwight put out. I don't know if you saw this. He's like, take it easy on the guy. He's 24 years old. Give him shower with him love and possibility. But he looks stoned as shit. That's why I was like, I appreciate that you're doing this, Dwight. But do we listen to that or do we criticize him for not fucking being... I like Ben. Don't get me wrong. I like him a lot, but he hasn't been showing up. He's doing the PG thing. There was this one shot he could have dunked easily and he had to... You know what I mean? He has like... Dumb... I don't know.
That baseline... that baseline...
We talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that. He didn't show up.
Didn't show up. So what? Are you gonna go hard?
He wasn't.
He's getting paid. Course. He's getting paid a lot of money,
right?
To put the ball in the basket.
Exactly.
And he is not doing it. I mean, you pay a surgeon to perform the surgery, and you expect them to do it well. Not just well, but perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
And my man is getting paid a lot of money, and he's not doing it, not even well. So
he looked. I don't know if it was scared or lazy. It was like a mix of scared and lazy.
No,
he looked scared.
He looked
lethargic.
Lazy. That's why it's a mix of lazy and scared. It's like, I can't shoot this. You take the ball. I'm like, what? You could have dunked on him easy. You could have dunked on him easy. And last one, and this one before.
It goes back to my theory about him and Joel Embiid.
Okay.
I think he needs more offense to revolve around him. Not just, I'm just going to bring down the ball and then we're going to run offense through Joel. I think they need to figure out a way to get him going offensively.
No, because he doesn't have a jumper.
He's not going to spot up in the corner, but there are other ways to get him involved. Make him a screener. Make him a screen and roller. There are other ways to get him involved.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Here's my last question, and we can end on this. Kyrie sat out the fucking last game, right? He has an ankle injury.
He sat out the whole damn series, pretty much.
Yeah. Isn't it? I kind of can. Honestly, I'm a Nets fan. I was rooting for the Nets this whole year because I'm a James Harden fan ever since we kind of met him in Rebel like two years ago, and I use him a lot in 2K when we play 2K. So I was really rooting for the Nets. When I saw him in the bench, and I know Harden has been playing hurt for 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie, and I just watched also Sean Kemp play the finals with Mike on game 5, 6, 7. During a timeout, you could see the doctor stretching him out, icing his fucking chest because he's got a bruised sternum, a bad knee, and a bad ankle, but he's still playing his heart out. And then I see Kyrie on the fucking bench, lapping it out with KD like as if shit's normal. Dude, your team is on the brink of losing. Why? What's your thoughts on that? Should he have played? Would you have played? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm 100% fine with what he did.
Really? Not even try? Not even put in get in costume? I say costume, but I really mean
you got to put yourself before the team, especially in the NBA. Now Ali knows this. Is there any loyalty in this business of basketball?
No, the person that I'm thinking about right now is Brandon Roy from the Portland Trailblazers, who had a very promising career.
Isaiah Thomas.
And he got hurt. He needed knee surgery, so he got the knee surgery and then came back just in time for the playoffs. Everybody was telling him, "Hey, you should just be done for the rest of the season and let that knee heal." But he wanted to be heroic. I mean, I give him hats off, and he played well. But he suffered, and his career ended short. Like he tried to make a come.
Oh.
Nah, he had to retire because he messed his knees up.
Talk about
even after the surgery. I don't remember what happened to Isaiah Thomas, but this is what I'm going to say. As far as the Brooklyn Nets organization, I think the chickens came home to roost. I think karma hit them in a bad way.
You mean the stepping on the...
Yes. Well, I mean, not even that. I mean, okay, Kyrie Irving's always been a very interesting dude.
You guys know he's Muslim now? He's Muslim now.
More of an enigma. More of an enigma than anything. And I think he revels in that. He enjoys that. Sort of like, what's his name? Cam Newton with his crazy ass cryptic posts. I can't stand it. Actually, I'm like, dude, I'm deaf and I'm fresh. Like every single day he posts something like that, and it's like, yeah, you're only deaf and you're only fresh when you win a championship, you idiot. So going back to the Brooklyn Nets, Willie, you can't. Whether it's the basketball gods' karma, you cannot expect for everything to fall into place for you when you pull the shit that James Harden pulled in the very beginning of the season with that fiasco with the Houston Rockets. Then he comes in overweight, out of shape. I mean, he looked fat. All right,
but
everybody was making fun of it.
He carried without.
I don't care, but that's not the point. What happened to him? He wasn't in shape in the beginning of the season, and that caught up with him. and he had that hamstring pull, and he was never the same in that series. He was out there, but you're talking about a guy that can drop 40, almost like he could drop 40 anytime he wants. He wasn't able to do that. Karma caught up with him. Karma caught up with Kyrie. The only person that was out there was now Kevin Durant, and he had all the pressure on him to go out there and perform. That team was built to win a championship this season.
Yep.
This wasn't a team that you say, we need maybe 1 or 2 years. No, they put that team together in hopes and expectation of winning the title, and they fell short. They didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. All right, and then to cap that off, you look Harris, the 3 points he couldn't shoot to save his life. He succumbed to the pressure. The whole situation. Steve Nash could have called some timeouts, could have managed the team a little bit better, I thought.
He could have rotated his team. He didn't even use DeAndre for shit. I know DeAndre.
That's what happened. Yeah, DeAndre doesn't. DeAndre is not the same. He's like Blake Griffin, man. They've used up all their athletic ability over at when they were Los Angeles Clippers.
Blake was doing well. He was dunking.
Yeah,
he was
but he's
shooting threes.
Yeah, but you know what? He's not the same guy that he was.
Of course, he's not the same.
And it's he's making those shots, but it's like, what it reminds me of, Willie. Remember when Chris Webber was still putting up 15, 16 points, but he was like 37, 38 years old. No, for the Detroit Pistons. Like he was past his prime. It wasn't effective. You didn't feel those points the way you felt it when he was a Sacramento King. You didn't feel his presence out there anymore.
Warriors.
It just he was putting up those points, but were they really impactful? I mean, you get the same sense with Blake Griffin. Yes, he dunks, but these look like average dunks in comparison to the dunks that he used to have when he was with the Clippers. These are dunks that I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like the dunks that he did was superhuman when he was with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Wouldn't you also give it to him that he's how old he is and he as beaten up as he is and
he's another guy. He's another example of karma. He was in Detroit. What did he do in Detroit? He screwed that whole franchise up.
Everyone's still mad.
He did a horrible job over there. He didn't dunk for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes to New Jersey, or he comes to the Brooklyn Nets because that's where he gets his way. And all of a sudden he starts. You can't. This is not a faucet. You don't turn basketball off and on. You can't get away with it. The basketball gods put them in their place. Put them in their place.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way and talk about karma and this and that, I'm going to look at it in a more scientific way. Mm-hmm. Okay, and Ali touched on it a little bit. Rather than karma, it was just that number one, James Harden came into the season out of shape.
Yeah. It caught up.
But he was doing well. Come on, he was triple doubling every night.
But wait.
Why are you hating James, bro? I'm just kidding.
No, that's not the. Hold on,
Willie. Playing at the highest level in the world.
Yeah. Can I make a point real quick? Let me make a point real quick. That's not the point. That's not the point. You have to be an example to your teammates. You have to be an example to your teammates. You think he was first of all, is the guy a leader? No, he's not a leader. They may look. He's never been a leader. They may look at him in awe because he could drop 40 points, but is he a leader? Does he commit himself to defense? Do any of those superstars commit themselves to defense the way they should? No, they don't. They don't.
Kevin tries.
Okay, fine, whatever, but they still don't get the job done. They don't get the job done. Okay, they try. I mean, what is that? Tries. Okay, Kyrie does an okay job of it, but do they commit themselves to try to become the best the way a Kobe Bryant and a Michael Jordan did? Okay, they don't. You can't tell me that they are 100% committed to that type of intensity on defense the way MJ and Kobe were. They weren't. And if you want to put them up there in the same category as those two, you can't. I don't care if Kevin Durant is the best player pound for pound right now, but can he get the job done? No. He had to go to Golden State to get the job done, and he'll always have an asterisk next to his mark. Now, if he can get Brooklyn to win a championship, maybe, because he still got paired up with a super team.
Mm-hmm. It's still a super team.
I mean, you can give him that title if he stayed in Oklahoma and said, you know what, we came within one game of dethroning the Golden State Warriors as NBA champions. Let's come back the following year and try to take them and beat them and get to the finals. Get to the finals and win a championship. Then you can say, hey, this guy's up in the upper echelon with a Jordan, with a LeBron James, even with a Kobe Bryant. Then you could say that. But you can't say that about him. You can't say that about him, period.
Yet.
Not to mention, time's running out. He's what, 33, 34 years old?
That's true.
But are any of these guys leaders? No, they're not. They're not. These aren't guys that are going to pull you to the side and hold you accountable the way MJ did, the way Kobe Bryant did, the way LeBron James is doing it in his own unique way. No, you can't say that. Matter of fact, a lot of them are bad examples if you think about it. What Blake Griffin pulled in Detroit, Kevin Durant, and how he gets. I think I'm losing you guys.
No, we're listening. I'm listening.
Kevin Durant, how he gets into a stupid Twitter beef with Michael Rappaport. Who cares, man? Like that type of stuff. Kyrie Irving and Kyrie Irving and all his stupid antics, and then James Harden out of shape and not taking care of himself, taking care of his body, and then partying. That's this all across the board. Yes, these are talented guys, but they're nowhere near the cloth that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant carried. No way.
Okay.
Absolutely not. And it caught up with them, and that's why they lost to a team. In my opinion, they had no business losing to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's my whole opinion. Willie, I mean, what do you think, man?
No,
go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, you hit it on the head. Basically, it's a combination of all of those things. But mainly, it's if we're going to talk about the nucleus of the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant is coming off of the Achilles injury. Still played phenomenal in the playoffs.
He rested the whole season. We have to remember that he rested the whole season.
Yeah, but then so does half of the superstars in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we're talking about load management, okay.
Yeah.
The Spurs, the Spurs started it. The beloved Spurs, they started the whole load management.
Kawhi started it. Kawhi
No.
No.
It was Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and
because I remember Kawhi is the first one, at least that I remember.
He would rest Tim Duncan today.
Yeah.
He'd rest Manu Ginobili tomorrow. He'd rest
Tony Parker
the next game, and then he'd rest all three of them together. And the NBA was getting pissed because it'd be a big primetime game, and the three stars aren't playing. So, I mean, Kevin Durant was phenomenal in the playoffs, namely Game 7. The most points in a Game 7 in the history of the NBA playoffs.
Game 6. It was also good in Game 6.
Yeah, also Game 6. Hey. Is he a leader?
No, man, come on, dude.
In his own way, I think he is. Kyrie Irving also in his own way, I think he is. In our traditional sense of the word, leader, no, he is not. Because, like Ali says, a leader is somebody who holds guys accountable. Again, we don't know what
happened. And is an example to the rest of the players.
There you go.
Those guys aren't good examples.
And we don't know the inner workings.
True.
Of what's going on in that locker room. Kevin Durant and his Twitter thing with Michael Rappaport, he's only human. We all make mistakes.
He's sensitive, and gosh.
I mean, there are a lot of sensitive guys out there. There are a lot of sensitive guys in the PBA, the NBA, whatever. Now, James Harden, he came in out of shape. The way he forced his way out of Houston had to do with him being out of shape, and it bit him in the end. You know, he had the hamstring injury. Him getting the triple doubles, he was doing that off of just pure skill and talent. Is he
which I like, which I love.
Yeah. Is he one of the most talented players ever in the history of basketball? Yes.
Exactly.
Hands down, he is. Hands down, he is. But at the same time, talent alone won't bring you over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you have to pair that with hard work, conditioning, and fitness and all of that.
I got it. I got to put the kid, man. Kids are still awake, man. I got to go get my son.
Go.
Bad.
Oh, let's close this then. Close this then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching, man. I know you guys came for the Go. What we're saying, Willie?
Kyrie Irving.
You can go ahead, Ollie. You can go ahead.
Okay. All right, guys.
We'll
Guys, take care. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks.
Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Finish the thought also, Willie. You were saying something.
Yeah, so Kyrie, the most in shape out of the three, you know, he was the healthiest. He was actually carrying the team from for a big part of the season. Freak accident. If Kyrie doesn't hurt his ankle, they beat the Bucks.
For sure. No. Let's rewind. Harden carried the team more than Kyrie did this year, bro. He was in more games this year.
But
right? He was in more games than Kyrie was. I'm sure, bro. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it was equal about who carried the team, but
it wasn't KD. KD only showed up the last.
For a fact, it wasn't KD.
It wasn't KD for the season.
Throughout the season, the scoring load was carried by Kyrie, and the facilitating was done by James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
But because of his lack of conditioning, the way he came into the season out of shape, it bit him in the end. You know, and he had a hamstring injury. That there's no arguing that.
Damn.
And then with Kyrie, it was just a freak accident.
Nah, that's fucking Giannis' fault, bro. Watch that shit again. Me and the boys agree, like, fuck. He saw it, bro. He saw, I don't know. Sahod, diba? In Filipino, that's what we call a sahod. Of sorts, you know. Putting yourself where he's gonna land. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's close this, Will. Thanks for staying up this late, man. You guys got practice? Are you guys gonna be on anytime soon?
I got practice tomorrow. We don't know when the season's gonna start. We're just day to day, man, waiting for Manila hopefully to go into GCQ. I don't know. I'm just
by your estimation, when you guys get it back?
Maybe mid-July.
Well, that's not bad. That's close. That's 2 weeks away. That's 2-3 weeks away. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's close this, bro. Thanks for coming on, man. I know you guys came for Batman, but I'm sure all of you guys are also basketball fans because I know most of you in the groups and shit. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Pal Fajardo.
Willie Wilson, signing off.
Adios.